Have you ever noticed that dignity doesn't disappear in a single dramatic moment? It fades quietly, like evening light sliding down a wall until the room is dark. After 65, life doesn't suddenly end, but something subtle begins to shift. Mornings feel longer, the ticking clock sounds louder, medication bottles line the kitchen table, the phone rings less often, and one small habit, one quiet habit begins to slowly erode your dignity, your independence, your sense of who you are. The most dangerous part? Most people don't even recognize it as a habit. Let me tell you about George. He's 72, a retired veteran, a neat suburban home, a framed photo of him in uniform hanging in the hallway. But now he spends most afternoons in the same chair. The television globe flickers across his face. He shrugs and says, "There's not much left now, just passing the time." And that's where everything begins to change. Passing the time. That habit of merely passing time slowly steals your authority over your own life. The moment you accept that nothing new is meant for you, you quietly step to the edge of the world. And here's a truth that may be uncomfortable. Dignity doesn't come from other people first. It begins the moment you still see yourself as someone who matters. When you start declining every invitation because "I'm too old for that," when you hesitate to ask your doctor questions, when you hand over your Social Security paperwork or financial decisions to your children simply because they understand it better. You may think you're being practical, but you are slowly surrendering control. And it happens politely. No dramatic arguments, no sudden collapse, just silence. Mary did the same. 69, widowed. Thanksgiving dinner at a large table that now seats only one. She used to host everyone. Now she says, "The kids are busy. I don't want to bother them." She promises herself she'll go back to church next Sunday. Then she doesn't. She picks up the phone to call a friend and gently sets it back down. And this is where the real problem begins. When you start waiting for someone to invite you, waiting for someone to check in, waiting for someone to need you. Waiting slowly shrinks a person. And the part that hurts the most? From the outside, everything looks fine. The house is clean, bills are paid, prescriptions are filled. But inside, a quiet belief begins to grow. Maybe my voice doesn't matter as much anymore. Now let me tell you something that may be hard to hear. People give you the space you claim. If you move yourself into the background, the world will gently agree with you. Picture a hospital hallway, that sterile smell, the fluorescent lights, a doctor speaking quickly while you nod, even though you only understand half of it. You don't ask questions because you don't want to be difficult, but that's the moment dignity weakens. Dignity isn't stubbornness, it's presence. It's saying, "Hold on, can you explain that again?" It's saying, "I want to be part of this decision." It's saying, "I'm still here." And this is where everything can change. The real danger of aging isn't physical weakness, it's the quiet belief that your relevance has expired. That belief makes you speak less, expect less, try less, until one day you look at your reflection in the bathroom mirror and wonder, when did I step aside? But here's what most people don't expect. It's not too late. Your dignity is not defined by a government check. It's not measured by how often your children visit. It's not determined by how fast you can move. It's shaped every morning by a simple decision. I will participate in my life today. Yes, your body may tire faster. Yes, some friends are gone. Yes, the house may echo at night. But even in that quiet, there can be a voice that says, "I am not finished." If the last few years have been spent waiting, today could be different. Call someone, ask the question, accept the invitation, review your own finances, speak your opinion at the dinner table, tell the doctor what you actually feel. Small actions, powerful return. Because dignity is a habit, and losing it is also a habit. And maybe tonight, as you sit in a dim living room, television light flickering softly against the walls, the house silent around you, you might ask yourself one honest question. Am I living or am I just passing time? And if the answer stings even slightly, remember this: dignity can return, but only when you decide to step forward again and claim your place.